A very warm welcome to all the students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students! A warm welcome to all the students. Today we are going to study a new topic in English grammar, that is transitive and intransitive verbs. Hello students, I am Miss Daisel De Silva, teacher of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College, will be teaching you all this topic. Requesting you all to please take down notes because it will definitely help to remember the concept, and during your exams you all can just go through. Thank you. Before we start with the actual topic, let's know and let's understand what is a verb. From standard 5th, we are studying what is a verb. And a verb is a part of a speech. As mentioned, as you all know, a verb is a word that shows some kind of action, or you all can also say a verb is a word which describes the action in a sentence. The word that is doing something. For example, eating, walking, sleeping, singing. All these action words are known as verb. We have two examples. I play football. So it is telling y'all in this particular sentence some kind of action. They are describing the action that y'all are playing football. They skip quickly. So it is telling us an action of skip. Now, over here, there are two more pictures. As I've mentioned, verb is an action verb word that tells what we are doing. We must be doing dance or singing or whatever action that we do. The verb job is to tell what exactly action we are doing. Also, jumping, the baby is sleeping, a man eats a burger. So all these actions are known as verbs. Also in parts of speech, as mentioned, as you all have studied, there are 8 parts of speech and one of them is verb. And the job of a verb is an action word. Studying, sleeping, all these words are known as verbs. Now we shall move ahead to what exactly is transitive and intransitive verb. Once you understand the concept of a verb, then it will be very easy for you all to understand which particular sentence is transitive and which particular sentence is intransitive. If you all pay proper attention and if you all are taking down notes, it will be very easy for you all to remember this topic. It is very important to know the structure of a particular sentence. It will always contain a subject, verb and object. Okay. A sentence can be without helping verb, that is, are, am, all this. It can be without helping verb also. But in case of exact formula, the exact formula will be subject plus main verb plus object. Main verb means the base verb. What is a verb? Action word. So all these are known as verbs. For example, Rubina is eating pizza. Now Rubina is a name of a person and therefore Rubina is a subject. Now eating over here is a verb because it is showing some kind of action. And if we ask the question, what is Rubina eating? It will automatically give us the answer, pizza. So if you all are given this particular sentence and if they tell you all to identify the object, you all can ask the question what or whom and automatically you all will get the answer of the object. We have other few examples. I read newspaper. Now I over here is a subject, read is a verb and object is newspaper. You can ask the question what I read and automatically it gives you the answer, newspaper. Therefore, newspaper is the object. So, this is the structure of any English sentences that you all will come across. This is the actual formula or actual way to how you write a sentence: subject plus verb plus object. Now, in a particular sentence, it often comes that a sentence, as I have mentioned earlier, a sentence will definitely have a subject, object, and a verb. But sometimes this object can be a direct object and indirect object. The first sentence is quite simple. The boy hit the ball with his hockey stick. So the boy is the subject over here because it is showing us some kind of performing some kind of action. Hit is a verb and the object, the ball, is an object. So if we ask the question, what is the boy hitting, and we'll get the answer, the ball. Okay. Now in the second sentence, she gave the beggar some money. Now she is the subject, gave is a verb, and if we ask a question, what she gave, and it will give us the answer, some money. So some money is the direct object. When we ask the question what and we get the answer, that becomes our direct object. And when we ask the question whom she gave, the beggar. The beggar is an indirect object. So any question that answers what is a direct object, and any question that answers whom is an indirect object. There are two types of verbs, that is transitive verb and intransitive verb, and we are going to study each in detail, and it will be very easy and very simple to understand. So let's get started. First and the foremost, we will study transitive verb. Now, how to identify transitive verbs? Please pay attention. I will give you four different definitions, and whichever is the easy for you, you can take it. The first one, it tells a verb that does not make sense on its own in a sentence and requires an object. It is called transitive verb. Very simple to understand. That means in a particular sentence, a verb alone will not at all make any sense unless and until it has an object. So when in a particular sentence where there is a subject, verb and object, then that particular sentence will be transitive verb. Or you can say a transitive verb is a verb that requires an object to receive the action. That is the simplest I can say. I repeat, a transitive verb, a sentence. Okay, if you all have to identify which one is a transitive sentence and intransitive sentence. In a transitive sentence, that sentence will definitely have an object to receive the action. To tell you all more in a simpler way, as I have mentioned, transitive verb requires an object to complete the meaning. I repeat, transitive verb requires, it always requires an object to complete the meaning. So that the fourth one is also very much similar. If the verb can be understood by itself, not that. If the action has an effect on something else, it is a transitive verb. I don't want you all to get confused for the fourth definition. These three definitions are very much simpler to understand. In a particular sentence, in a transitive sentence, there will always be an object to receive the action. For example, she made a cake. Now, she is a subject, made is a verb, a cake. A cake is an action. If you ask the question what she made, it will directly tell you the object, a cake. So that particular sentence is a transitive sentence. I broke my coffee mug. If you ask the question, what I broke, and it will give you the answer, coffee mug. So that is known as a transitive sentence. A transitive sentence will always have an object to receive the action. The next one is intransitive verb. Now what is intransitive verb? It is opposite to what transitive verb. Now transitive verb needed a object, but in intransitive verb, a verb that indicates complete action by itself in a sentence and does not require an object, it is called intransitive verb. The verb used without an object is called intransitive verb. So for example, in a particular sentence where there is no object, then that particular sentence is intransitive verbs. And also I'm giving you all one more trick. In an intransitive sentence, adverb and prepositional phrases usually follow intransitive verb. I repeat, adverb after the verb, adverb and prepositional phrases usually follow intransitive verb. To tell you all more in the simple language, intransitive cannot have a direct object after them. That means it doesn't require an object at all. It can stand for itself. If the verb can be understood by itself, it is an intransitive verb. For example, the bell rang loudly. Now loudly over here is an adverb. Okay. So once you all get to know that yes, in a particular sentence there is no object, this particular sentence can stand for itself. Okay. The bell is a subject, rang is a verb, loudly it's a preposition. So this particular sentence is intransitive verb. Now over here, my sister cries loudly. My sister is a subject, cries is an intransitive verb, and loudly is an adverb. The glass broke. The glass is a subject. Okay, and broke is an adverb. So this is known as intransitive verbs. So here is the difference between transitive verb and intransitive verb. Transitive verb requires an object to complete the meaning. Intransitive verb do not require an object to complete the meaning. The girl ate an ice cream. So the girl is a subject, ate is a verb, and ice cream is a action. What you all can ask the question, what the girl ate, and it will give you an answer, an ice cream cone. The girl smiled innocently. So smiled over here is a verb. Innocently is an adverb. So verbs like kick, want, paint, write, eat, clean are normally transitive. Verb like arrives, go, lie, sneeze, sit and die are normally intransitive words. So I hope you all understood the concept. It is very much clear. Transitive verb, it always requires an object. It can't stand for itself. It requires an object to complete the meaning, whereas an intransitive verb, it does not require any object. It can stand for itself. Now here are a few examples. The same verb can be transitive in one sentence and intransitive in one sentence. You all can frame another sentence and see whether you all can write this particular sentences on your own. Remember, transitive sentence needs an object, and intransitive sentence can stand for itself. It in the after the verb, it can happen. It can have an adverb or a prepositional phrase. So just check. There are some of the examples over here. You all can go through it. I can give you all one example. Right. Miss Gupta writes poetry. Okay, Miss Gupta is a subject, writes is a verb, and poetry is an object. You all can ask the question what Miss Gupta writes, it automatically give you the object, that is poetry. Now intransitive verb. Intransitive verb, she is a subject, writes is a verb, and well is an adverb. So accordingly, you all can follow, you all can write, and you all can see whether your answers are getting correct. You all can frame your own sentences. Before we move ahead to our quiz, I will give you all just one small trick. If to find whether that particular sentence is a transitive sentence or an intransitive sentence. If in a particular sentence, if you are confused that you all don't know whether that sentence is a transitive or intransitive, just keep one thing in mind. If that particular sentence answer the question what or whom, then that particular sentence is a transitive sentence. If that particular sentence does not answer what or whom, then that particular sentence is an intransitive sentence. I will give you all an example just after this, and you all will get it clearly. Now here is a small quiz. The tip that is given you all just before this, apply on this sentences and see whether you all are getting the answer from it. For example, we sat on the beach. Ask the question, what we sat, is it making any sense? Whom we sat, is it making any sentence? So now you all will tell me in the next slide whether that particular sentence is a transitive or intransitive. Accordingly, you all will do 2, 3, 4 and 5, and then we'll check the answers. Okay, so here are few sentences, 5 sentences. You all have to identify and write whether that particular sentence is a transitive sentence or an intransitive sentence. Remember my trick, transitive sentence will always have an object, intransitive sentence won't have an object at all, but intransitive sentence will have adverb just after the verb or prepositional phrases like on and then a sentence. Like for example, we sat on the beach. Okay, now on is a preposition. So now you all keep that thing in mind and accordingly check whether you all are getting the correct answer. I hope you all had paused the video and then you all solved this. I hope this was a very easy topic and I have made it very simple for you all to understand. I hope you all have got your answers right. Thank you so much. I hope it was very productive and you all learned a lot. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy.